Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tetra Ninja, and today we have another PlayStation 5 esports level controller review for you guys. This one is a little bit different because, as you can probably tell by the lighting as well as the clothing, we have a little bit of a Spider-Man theme going on. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so Spider-Man No Way Home is pretty much the hypest thing going on the internet right now. Advanced ticket sales are sold out for weeks. If you actually want some decent tickets, you're probably going to be waiting closer to Christmas or possibly even after Christmas to get a good pair of seats to see the movie live in theaters. But we can still live vicariously and celebrate our love of Spider-Man through Hex Gaming. So Hex Gaming is a custom PlayStation 5 controller company who specializes as well in Xbox and PlayStation 5 esports level controllers, which basically means they have extra buttons on the back. I actually reviewed one of their controllers a couple of weeks ago on the channel. This is the Rival 2 controller that I reviewed in full depth. If you guys want to check out the review, you can look for the video in the description below. But more recently, they actually launched their Ultimate PlayStation 5 controller program, which allows you to design and build a PlayStation 5 controller to your exact specifications, basically from the ground up. So they gave me a code to build my own PlayStation 5 controller, and I was there was just so many options. I was kind of like on the fence of exactly what I wanted to do, but when I was on the page, something on Twitter was blowing up about Nowhere Home was probably a spoiler. Stay off social media if you want to avoid Nowhere Home spoilers. They're just everywhere. But then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna design a Spider-Man themed PlayStation 5 controller. So this is it. This is my Spider-Man Nowhere Home Ultimate PlayStation 5 controller. So as you can see, it has a very Spider-Man-esque detailing to it. I kind of envisioned the Spider-Man mask when I was kind of going through all the colors. So we have the white face and D-pads to kind of like represent the eyes of Spider-Man. Then we have the chrome accents of red on the back, on the sides. Then in the middle we have some blue, just to tie in that little bit of blue as well. And directly under the joysticks is a little touch of red. So flipping back to the controller, the superhero theme once again continues. I elected to go with some rubber grips that kind of reminded me of like that rubber texture that superhero costumes are made out of, but they also serve as a function as well. They just provide you with a little bit more grip on the back. We also have once again the blue trigger as well as bumper buttons, and I also decided to go with the red housing unit for the remappable buttons on the back. Unlike the Rival 2 controller that has only 2 programmable buttons on the back, this one with the Ultimate program actually gives you the option to have 4 programmable buttons on the back, which are completely remappable on the fly to basically every button on the front of the controller. You can just turn on the controller, turn on the unit, and on the fly remap the controllers to the buttons of your choosing. So the remappable buttons are pretty much the only internal modification I elected to go with. So we still have the interchangeable thumbsticks that you can swap out. You actually get a pack of thumbsticks that comes with the controller. They come in varying shapes as well as sizes and heights. I elected not to go with installing the hairpin triggers because, like I said in my Rival 2 controller, with certain PlayStation 5 games, especially first-party ones like Ratchet & Clank or Returnal, half pressing the trigger button actually dramatically changes what happens in the game in terms of gameplay. So just to make this controller as universal as possible so I can get my maximum use out of it as much as I can, I decided to not go with that option. And as you can probably see, there's this little USB-C adapter on the top of the controller. When you get this paddle or this remappable device set on the controller, you can no longer set it in the official PlayStation 5 DualSense charging dock just because remappable device kind of gets in the way. So I actually ended up buying another charging cradle for my controller just because it's the best way to charge controllers is with the charging cradle. So this way now the controller sits upside down in the charging dock, and now it's pretty much, I'm good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for my overview of the Hex Gaming Ultimate PlayStation 5 controller program, which pretty much allows you to build your own custom PlayStation 5 controller from the ground up to your exact specifications. If you guys want to learn more about the program, you can play around with the settings. You can check out the link in the description. And if you end up making something that you really like, you can actually use my affiliate code. You can find the description down below as well for 5% off. I will personally myself get a little kickback as well. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys like the controller that I made, and hopefully we all can eventually see Spider-Man No Way Home fairly soon, sooner than later. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, thumbs up are greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, follow me on my socials, and we will play very, very soon.